For today's forum, we are joined by 4 women leaders, including Korea. I'd like to thank all of them for joining us despite their busy schedule. So I'd like to introduce you to our speakers. But first, our moderator, President of GBWA, Dr. Sophie Kang. And the speakers are joining us online via Zoom. First, we have 4 speakers, including one from Korea. First, Dr. Yomna L. Sheriby, President of Business Women of Egypt 21. She has won the government's award and was selected as one of the most influential people in Africa.
Good to have you. Thank you for joining today.
Thank you. Next, President Mary Christine Oghly, President Femmes Chef de Enterprise Mondiales. She received Légion d'honneur this October and the Women Leader Commission's President of 2020 World Business Angel Investment Forum.
Can you say hello to us? Okay, thank you very much.
Hello.
Thank you for joining. The
Next, Dr. Daphne Pillai, Chairperson of the Management Board of Mahatma Education Society. She received ASSOCHAM's Women Achieve of the Year Award in 2019, and in 2018 she served as the President of IWFCI.
good to have you here today. Hello.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining. The
Next, President Gulnora Makhmudova, Chairperson of Business Women's Association of Uzbekistan. We are very happy to see her for 3 years in a row.
for joining us today. 네, 그리고
Last but not least, the newly appointed President of Korea Venture Business Women's Association, CEO of Messe International, Kim Bunhee. Thank you for joining us. Now, these are our distinguished speakers. Now let us begin the global talk show. The theme for this talk show is the future strategy for the COVID-19.
So, I'm really happy to have all of you here so that we can share some insightful and also useful thoughts and ideas to help women to bounce back from this COVID-19 crisis. Or maybe we can help them also to become even stronger than before pandemic. So I think everybody is really willing to hear how you are dealing this situation. So let's start. So the first question is, we know the situation. So I'd like to ask you, what initiative or steps did your organization take to manage the situation?
So I'm from India, and the pandemic has affected all industries, big and small. Its effects are not only restricted to low entry barrier businesses, but also to more established businesses that require the physical presence of large groups of people, such as in educational institutions. Now, I'm an entrepreneur in the field of education, and the pandemic has hit the sector badly. The world-class infrastructure that we provide have become like white elephants. Huge investments, but they are all isolated. And the students are not able to use the state-of-the-art physical facilities like high-tech classrooms, libraries, laboratories, seminars, and conference halls. And because they are unable to use this infrastructure, Parents of students are reluctant to continue to pay the fees for the programs their children are enrolled in. And this has led to huge revenue losses. I mean, one should understand the system in India. You know, we have private education and, of course, government-sponsored education. And we are in the private education field. So we had to immediately shift our focus to e-learning activities, investing in training our faculty and staff on e-learning resources, and also providing students the opportunities to explore other curricula. For instance, we partnered with Coursera, which is an open online course provider so that our students could have access to courses and certification from around the world through digital networks. Is this ideal? Not really. This style of learning may not be accessible to everyone, and thus create a disparity between students who can afford better digital access and those who cannot. And of course, we firmly believe that a great institution of learning is somewhere where people from different academic backgrounds, cultures and experiences mingle together. This leads to empathy, knowledge, understanding, and entrepreneurship. So we patiently wait for the day when we can welcome students back into our campuses. But until then, we'll have to provide the best value to our customers, who are our students, by using digital means.
Thank you, Daphne. Daphne, you were here last year in Korea, and
Yes.
I saw you. Well, we met each other many times, through different international conferences like this, IWFCI, summits, etc., etc. So I think you have something, to talk about, the importance of global networks.
I think connecting people is always the first stage of any business. So this new year, 2021, women's organizations around the world can come together and create an effective database of women entrepreneurs and bring them to a common networking platform. Today's event, for example, of bringing countries and women together to share experiences and strategies is a great idea for bouncing back in the post-COVID era. We recently had an e-marketplace, an e-trade show organized by the International Women's Federation of Commerce and Industry, where the India National Chapter participated. That's another example on how local women-led businesses can get a global audience. These shows require very low investment, but have a major impact and exposure that is not possible at a local level. As an organization with many well-established businesswomen, we will set up mentorship programs through which young entrepreneurs can benefit from the experience of mentors. This guidance will help them steer their businesses in the right direction. The organization will also conduct several training sessions for young women entrepreneurs to train them in improving their sourcing, logistics, resource accessibility, digital marketing, and customer relations. This training will provide a competitive edge to the entrepreneurs and provide them with essential skills to grow any business. Our organization, IWFCI India National Chapter, also plans to do microfinancing to small-scale entrepreneurs to help them set up businesses. There are many government schemes for women entrepreneurs, and we plan to create awareness for the same. Using awareness, data, and networking, we can create a platform for growth for women entrepreneurs and small businesses in India and around the world. Thank you, Sophie.
Thank you.